Yeah, let's go ahead and get into Brilliant Idiots. So, let's get into the Negro net, the nigga net.
Well, ER.
Do y'all want to start on that?
Jesus, white man.
Well, that's what Charlamagne did it once. We can do it too.
Yeah, let's start there. So Charlamagne on this most recent episode of Brilliant Idiots. I actually really want to start here. I think it's more important to start here. What was y'all? Why was the Brilliant Idiots like one of y'all favorite podcasts? And because that was, can we all agree that was pretty much all of our first regular favorite podcast?
First favorite podcast.
It's pretty consistent, right?
The reason I started listening to other podcasts personally.
Yeah, right. It was the one that introduced us to the podcasting world, period, right?
I think they made me think that I could do this shit.
Right. So,
honestly.
Yeah, my question is why? Why?
Well, because at the time, it was hilarious. And it was just, it's a certain type of nigga. You get what I'm saying? Like the branding for it is perfect because everybody's a brilliant idiot. Well, not everybody, but there's some specific brilliant idiots. Like all of your homies are brilliant idiots.
For sure.
We all kind of halfway know some shit, and then we just fuck around with our way to figuring it out.
Yeah.
There was the classic examples of that shit.
Yeah, brilliant. It is. I mean, one, it had Charlamagne, so it's like that's easy.
Because we were already bought in from the Breakfast Club, right?
And then it had Andrew Schultz, which is like
we didn't know
he was a vague figure, but the fact that Charlamagne was kind of doing a podcast.
My
with him, that
love
was
for
enough.
Andrew had to grow,
bro. Same.
It grew. It had
like
to grow.
at first, he was like, "Yo, who's this white nigga that be talking?"
It grew as funny as he got.
Yeah, and literally, and then it went down. There was a point in time when it went down.
All right,
he kind of lost his,
and then it shot back up. Then it skyrocketed.
I'm not gonna lie, I liked All Right Andy. I was a fan.
Well,
sometimes
I liked it sometimes.
He got far. He went too far.
Until like the episode would die.
Yeah.
And we would just be like spinning tires for like an hour. You know what I mean?
But
like,
even some of that shit was fun. It just depends on what you like.
Yeah.
Listening to the Brilliant Idiots back in the day, it was like niggas making light of some serious shit, made it funny, but like also I walked away like with new perspectives.
It's that simple.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's niggas that think like you.
But made it funny as shit. And I was like, damn, I never thought about it like that. But they did it jokingly. And then they always had Wax on there who just made shit hilarious.
Yeah,
Wax,
I think, we do.
Wax was that Babe Ruth.
Yeah, we definitely can't sleep on the Wax
edition.
Yeah, the Wax just touch-ins, just taking the celebrity shot.
Oh my God,
nigga! There was episodes where Charlamagne wasn't there, and it was perfectly fine because we had Schultz and Wax. Let them niggas rip for an hour and 49 minutes.
Strong. Yeah. And it was just like, I think that was the first show that, it was like these are really friends, and it put everything into a reality,
and they was going for it,
and it was really it put everything to a reality where it was like. Sometimes they have some brilliant shit on there because they might have a brilliant Gunplay might be on there. There's so many legendary episodes you can just name off real quick.
Yeah, they were good hosts. Like they're good.
They're good hosts.
They're talented.
And it was good, right? And it was, but in its recent years, and honestly, before we started this show, I had already fallen off of Brilliant Idiots, and it was like a natural fall off. It wasn't a one thing happened in an episode, and I got to the point where I was like,
you got an ick.
Yeah, I got an ick. It was just like slowly over time, I stopped caring. Brilliant Idiots dropped, I was on it the first moment the shit notified my phone. I'm pressing play, right?
Yeah.
But then it got slowly to where I'm like, I'll wait a couple hours. Maybe I'll wait a day. Maybe I'll wait a week. Yeah. Maybe I'll miss a week. And it got to that. This is before I even met y'all. You know what I'm saying? I had gotten to that point around like 2017-ish. You know, some...
And was
16-ish.
was that the era that it felt like they wasn't taking this shit serious? Now that was a little bit more recently than that.
That was more recent.
They would fuck around and not record the episode, not say shit. The episode would come late all the time. It was like 2020, 2021. Yeah.
Still before that, because 2020 I was working at a coast.
So you had been off of Brilliant Idiots for some years.
Yes.
I'm about to say, bare minimum, you was off it for some years.
17 is when 18. By the time 2018 came around, I was watching one every other month, maybe.
Word.
Yeah.
Oh,
I had completely fallen off at that point.
Yeah, I wasn't like that far, but I definitely fall off. I was just like, it was just natural. It was just like, I'm on different shit.
Yeah, and it just didn't seem like shit was just weird. You know what I'm saying?
It was probably a lot of stuff going on behind the camera that just we heard in the audio experience.
And because I couldn't,
it leaked over.
Yeah, because I couldn't articulate why I stopped watching it, but now I can, like, because now we started watching it again. Now that we've started this show, it's like I'm on all these podcasts.
You remember why you hated it?
Yeah, well, I remembered. Yeah, what the fuck? Like, I remembered why I stopped hating it, and it was just like, it's like the soapbox moments. It's like Charlamagne standing on a soapbox for 1 hour straight, an hour and a half straight, and driving the same
Message.
relentless fucking point on.
Yep.
You used to say that a lot too, and I never understood what you meant by
That's
that.
what I was talking about.
But it's just like, God damn, it's so annoying, bro.
Yep.
It's like
What was the point being made?
the one in this one. The
No,
one in
like
this episode?
that he kept honing in on. Like,
This episode was focused on the.
oh, it was just an episode. I thought you meant it was something that happened over a series of episodes.
No. I'm just talking about like recently, and even in the last year since I started watching every single week again. I'm like, this is why. It's like there's so many things with the Brilliant Idiots that could be great again. It's like, but it's just not there, bro. Charlamagne, if he's irritated by something, it carries throughout an hour and a half.
The whole way through.
It doesn't matter what subject we talk about.
Yep.
It doesn't matter how funny Andrew tries to make it. It doesn't matter if Andrew tries to
Play ball.
get his friend out of this slump that he's in.
Yeah.
To let's go back to just joking about it. It's the nigga just refuses to leave.
Nobody cares about the truth when the lie's more entertaining. He'll say that over and over.
Or just repeat his nigga net thing,
Yep,
or whatever
it is.
his thing is. You know, whatever his driving message is for this podcast, we can't escape it, and it's just terrible for a listening experience. This most recent episode is the nigga net, right? No matter what subject they brought up, it ended with the nigga net. I hate the nigga net. The nigga net's not real. Blase, blase, blah.
Are we on the nigga net? Is this the nigga net?
We're definitely on the nigga net.
We're on the nigga net right now, but
You
that's
gotta-
until we start dropping twice a week.
Drive is in the
Yeah.
nigga net too.
Oh, we got to work more
It
to become
kinda
the white net, nigga.
Lauren worked his ass off to get that claim, so
Yeah,
we
nigga.
have to too.
Say it properly, cracking it.
It just
boy.
kind of seemed like he's getting tired. He's tired of like the petty shit, like showing up every day for podcasts to just talk about nonsense.
Well, quit then.
Yeah.
Quit. Stop.
I don't disagree with that.
Stop then. Stop. Like, why do you, first of all, why are you so offended at the nigga net when the nigga net built you? Let's not get it fucked up. The Breakfast Club was nigga net, period.
No, he helped build the
you,
nigga net.
You laid the foundation. Let's not get it fucked up. You built the foundation to the nigga net.
Preach.
That's number one.
He brought niggas to the net.
You brought niggas to the net.
For sure.
and when niggas wasn't on the net, you was on Vlad DVDs.
With a lot of different styles. It wasn't just all ignorant.
Yeah, you was on. Yeah, you was on Vlad.
He was doing smart shit.
You
He was
was on
sniffing
Vlad.
asses. He was doing a couple different things.
You was doing a couple different things. You was bringing fucking being a pervert. You was bringing nigga activity, all types of shit.
And
The sniffer seat
bro,
shit.
this
That's what I'm
actually makes
Yeah.
perfect sense because it's one of them situations where
hate what you've built.
you don't even like you realize what you raised and the nigga's a junkie.
I don't even think it's that. I don't even think it's that.
I
Well, to
think-
be fair, let me correct myself. Troy Terrain star built the nigga net. He laid the foundation. Charlamagne evolved it.
Yeah,
That was the next. That was
Star
the,
brought niggas to the net.
Yeah, with the trolling and shit like that. That was like that was he laid that foundation. Then in urban space, then Charlamagne morphed it into the next level of what it was now today. You know what I'm saying? But
You're
long
allowed-
story, but long story short, it's like it's frustrating as fuck that my favorite podcast of all time, literally of all time, I can't watch anymore because you've aged out of the content that you make every single day, Monday through Friday. And it's like, if you're sick of the content that you make, because still to this day, when you turn on the Breakfast Club, that is nigga net material.
Yup.
So you wake up in the morning at 4 a.m. every day, Monday through Friday, and you make nigga net material. You make that every day. Then you go to a podcast. You contribute to the nigga net. The Brilliant Idiots. Nothing about this is supposed to be educational. There's education in there. We have Chris Monroe in the back for that. You know what I'm saying? But it's for y'all to spin his truths. Andrew, let that nigga cook, do his thing. You throw him lobs, he dunks it.
We're
you know what I'm
supposed to
saying?
be having fun.
We're supposed to
Fun.
be having fun.
Fun.
Enough
nigga.
and enough
Yeah.
facts to where we don't get sued. But
That's
at the
it.
end of the
Yeah.
day,
That's it. Yeah. It's like, why do I? It's like, you're sick of it. This, first of all, you'll spend an hour and a half saying this shit doesn't bother you and you're above it, but that you can't get off of it, nigga. It's driving you crazy, nigga. It's literally consuming your life. If it wasn't that big of a deal, why does it bother you so much? These white YouTubers are out here dropping 40 on you, dropping Post Malone videos about how you're ignorant to Post Malone, nigga. You need to be more concerned with that. They fucking up your target demographic that you're trying to go over to. You're trying to leave us and go over to them white folks. They just made a hit piece on you. You know what I'm saying? they made a hit piece on you that looked like a black man that hates white men.
But you
know what I'm saying? It's like
you don't think
get
that there's any validity to like thinking that there's a glass ceiling on the nigga net. Like there's only so far that you can go in that realm.
Nobody's denying that.
And
I'm not denying that.
You can't really blame a nigga for trying to break out of that.
Is he trying to break out of it?
No, he's not.
I think he's already out, right?
That's what it seems like.
He's already out.
Well, that's a whole different conversation.
No. He's in it. He goes to Breakfast Club every day. Breakfast Club is nigga net. Period.
Nah,
half the show is nigga net.
He got his passport on the white side though. Like he's out. Like he's not just in the nigga net. Charlamagne.
He's complaining about something he's contributing to.
He's
I think
complaining
that's
about something he clocks into every day.
I think that's what.
But the thing
his
is,
point is,
niggas will say he contributes to the nigga net nonsense, but then when he tries to get political, that's also a diss. And I do agree with your take where you don't get credit for participation. You got to be good.
Yeah.
But the nigga is trying.
That's fine.
Trying how?
He's trying. Like it just seems like he's trying to expand out of that shit with all the Daily Show appearances.
That's fine.
You can do
white
two things at the same time, though. You can expand and still contribute to your show the way you used to, like properly.
I never said that you couldn't.
Okay.
It's hard to do that, and I made this point. Like you can't be the CEO and the host. Like
it's hard.
It's not too many niggas do that.
It's true. But
it's a weird position to be
that's
in.
why I said he got to lean into platforms that allow him to, like YouTube.
I don't know
if
what
it bothers him
Charlamagne
this
does.
much, stop contributing to it. Which means stop going to the Breakfast Club, but we won't do that. You're not gonna stop going to something that built you. Let's not act like that type of content.
Isn't he on contract?
Yeah, he's on contract. It's like you're not gonna quit.
Like you're not just gonna up and leave that shit.
You're not gonna quit. But
now,
it's like,
if at the end of the contract he's singing a different tune, then it's like, all right, it makes sense then.
Yeah,
he was thugging it out for the last 3 years because that's what he had to do.
And he did,
but that's
say
hypothetical.
He did say that he has an expiration date, bro. Give us the number, bro. What's the number that you're gonna quit doing this? Because
you tired of this nigga flaking?
I'm tired of this shit. Don't nobody want to go. You fucking up the fun space. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sure, there's a ceiling. Niggas as business owners, we already know that. I've already made it to plays. I've talked to niggas. You know the conversations that I've had with niggas. You know what I'm saying? It's like you trying to throw out no fucking juvenile advice, nigga. Niggas we've already thought about all these things. You know what I'm saying? Like,
how old is Charlamagne?
45.
Yeah.
Like, do you think
you can't make it to 50 acting like this? If you want to contribute and clock into the nigga net every day, just quit, my nigga. Like, and stop bitching about it. Have fun. Andrew Schultz looks miserable at fucking Brilliant
Idiots sometimes.
Period.
Sometimes.
Andrew Schultz
bored at least. At bare minimum, he looking a little bored.
At least, depending on the episode.
We don't know
maybe,
what flight he took.
Maybe miserable. Maybe bored to miserable, bruh. One or the other.
The
show ain't fun.
There are times. They still have their moments, but it's.
I was just about to say it's not completely dead.
It's not completely dead, but there's more of the.
That sounds so sad though. They're not completely dead.
Schultz can't hide it anymore. He can't hide the fact that he's also fed up.
And you see, this is the fucked up part about like listening to podcasts and getting really invested in the podcast host, because as they're making the content, they're actively living their life and coming to these conclusions on their own. But they still got to arrive to this microphone every day of the week that they fucking record. So we don't even know really like the mind space of this nigga. He might have been struggling with this for a while. Like, who am I? What I really want to do and all that fucking middle-aged shit. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The thing
that our show popped up in the middle of his fucking midlife crisis.
Put fucking pressure on this nigga. So now he really has to figure out what the fuck he wants to do.
You got niggas documenting this shit, nigga.
Hell yeah.
Like, if Ack was going through this 2 years ago, he'd be in the clear, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nah.
He got us documenting every fucking week when he do some goofy shit. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
I just hope at 45, I'm not still caught up in like talking about Blueface fucking somebody else's bitch.
Yeah,
I can understand being fed up with that shit.
Yeah.
I can too. I can definitely too. And it's the thing, bro. There's nothing wrong with.
It depends. It depends on what angle you take.
Yeah,
because it's like that's a part
about it.
Like that's a part of the fun part.
That's the fun part.
Where it's like some shit like Blueface and Krishan, like that's some stupid shit. Yeah, but it's like that's some. It's like
what disappoints me the most too is that.
And you can also talk about, I don't know, Israeli war, like whatever smart shit that you deem smart that isn't nigga net.
They talk about that type of shit.
Which is cool.
They talked about what's going on. Yeah.
You can talk about it all.
I'm gonna tell you the thing that really like fucking, you know, what really grinds my gears. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's how you know it annoys him. He had to use a statement
just grinds what grinds my gears is that like radio broadcasting, comedy, musicianship. These are all fields that you get better with time.
Yes.
This nigga is plummeting in terms of entertainment value. Like, it's not making any sense. And mind you,
they're all professions where you could get better with time.
That is true. That is true.
It's not expected that you do.
Most of the time, they're getting better with time, though.
Because
like a comedian at 50, 60, this nigga's normally hitting
stride.
I think you mean with life, you get better with time. Like most life, you get better with time. Nigga, fuck sports.
Bro. Yeah, and it's like, bro, it's like, my nigga. Bro, this shit's getting sad to watch, my nigga. You get sick of us talking about it. I'm getting sick of watching it. I'm getting sick of watching a nigga that I thought was in his prime back in the day, all of a sudden bitch and complain about the same shit that he still contributes to and does and was built off of. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why is that bothering you so much? Mind you, I don't know how much of that. I'll never forget that moment when he said, all that shit was not me back in the day.
But you see, this
that was
his
therapist speaking. We don't even.
Was that his therapist speaking?
That's what it sounded like,
character
nigga.
of himself,
It wasn't him.
Who knows?
Nah, that was him. That was
him.
That was around the time when he was getting brainwashed.
Yeah. So
it depends on what you mean by what is him. Like, is he a nigga who would actually sniff a bitch seat? Probably not in real life.
That's what I'm saying.
But are you willing to do it on camera just for entertainment and personality?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's where the disassociation is, to where I'm not actually this guy.
Right. Okay, yeah, true. But I'm not even looking for him to get nasty like that.
Yeah,
like that's
It's just an example. I'm not saying that's what we want.
I know what you mean, though. But it's just
home.
like, bro, it's just like, if you just go in PC, bro, I just don't understand. His PC is silence. His PC is silence, and it's repeat the same thing over and over again. Repeat the same thing
shit
over.
Get on my nerves.
It's
bro.
what old people do.
Which is Joe's like whole.
I told you it's the radio.
Which is
thing.
Joe's
Radio
whole
got
like
him.
thought process of like, you can say whatever you want. It just depends on the words you say and how you say it. Like
Joe
you
is
can say,
cooking
you can
still.
touch on any touchy subject.
Joe's
Right.
cooking
You
still.
get what I'm saying?
Joe is definitely cooking still, but the
keeps getting
only
better.
caveat to that is they didn't start at the same time.
That's true.
That's the only caveat. Like, he's a little bit early in the game. He
Yeah.
might have more time for the bullshit.
I'm just thinking of like all these people that I held up to this high esteem and stuff. I'm like, okay, bro, long story short, this is what I'm really trying to say. This nigga's not having a graceful exit out of the nigga net. That's what I'm saying. Like, you are built off the nigga net. That's period.
Yo, it might be one of them situations.
And
It's
you
literally-
hate it, and now you're having a terrible fall.
It's one of them situations where he knows it's bad for him, but that shit just gets him very high.
And it's
Gets him very high.
It's literally
So it's hard to just leave it alone, but you reluctantly using it.
and it's literally that's what
It's every addict's play.
This nigga loves that shit more than us, nigga.
in every
You on
aspect,
vacation, nigga.
in every
Enjoy
aspect
yourself.
of sports, the OGs are always going to talk shit about the new niggas.
Yeah.
Like Michael Jordan complained, like, "Oh, these niggas just complaining about fouls." When like you do your research, and it's like they changed
I would have never thought
the
it from-
sport
I
of
would've never-
basketball
I
for
would've never-
Michael Jordan.
I would have never thought it would be coming from Charlamagne though, ever.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
niggas would have never said, "Why is Michael Jordan saying it's
Joe
the same
Budden is
shit?"
the
It's
last
the same
person
shit.
that I would have thought would have been like, nigga, pull up. I got an opportunity for you.
He's
Like
the
a-
last person?
Nah, I can
Why?
see that.
Yes.
Why would that be?
I don't watch him enough either.
Yeah, I can see
didn't
that
watch
for
him enough
sure.
either.
Honestly, it
I
makes
didn't
a
see
lot
that.
more sense to
It makes
Charlamagne.
more
Yeah,
sense
way
than
more
that
sense.
Joe did.
I thought Charlamagne was giving out so many assists for so many years, nigga. It was like, what
it's
the
completely
fuck?
different.
He was
But-
giving out assists, but he didn't talk about shit from the creative perspective for real like that.
And I think
Charlamagne,
Joe
Like
is,
Joe does, at
Joe
least.
is more in love with the game of podcasting. Like, you can just tell by how he talks about this
Think
shit.
Charlamagne hates podcasting now?
Not that he hates podcasting, but he doesn't have the same level of passion for it anymore. That's
Yeah.
obvious. Look at them niggas on mic.
But isn't it crazy
Joe
that he
loves
started
talking that shit.
But isn't it crazy that he started a network in his hate for it? Like in
Well,
his
there's
post
Two
love
different.
for
And
it?
it's different
His
playing the
post-love for
game and coaching the game.
Okay.
He might not want to shoot shots up anymore, but he might want to help the next shooter get
Yeah,
shots
like
up.
like this is
Yeah.
something he's done for so long. At this point, it's like that's his exit route. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm not even really invested in podcasts anymore. I'm invested in watching it and owning it, and you know what I'm saying? Whatever.
Yeah.
He don't care about being
You
the
think
best nigga anymore.
Charlamagne sees the Brilliant Idiots the same way that he sees the Breakfast Club? Is that it's a rotating position? You think he views it that way?
Nah.
I think
No.
Brilliant Idiots is the one that he holds like near and dear. Like
To
that's
him,
the one
yeah.
that's going. Even when he's retired, like he might still fuck around and do Brilliant
And do
Idiots
it,
type
yeah.
shit. Just because it's like that's the homie right there, and it's just pure. Podcasting
There's
is
probably a lot of
podcasting
nostalgia
is the
now.
purest
Yeah.
form of talking shit on
Yeah.
camera, on microphone, on anything.
Not a nigga repeating himself and editing himself and not saying anything for an hour and a half.
That's just
he's
annoying.
not doing anything,
Just
bro.
annoying. But it's
Yeah.
probably
He's getting
nostalgia
on that
too.
show and he's not. We're catching one good episode a month, bro.
It's nostalgia for him. He's
Maybe,
this is-
like,
one
we're-
good episode a month.
One
it's
banger.
not that bad.
One banger, yeah,
A
yes.
banger a month,
Yeah,
but
one
that-
banger a month. We
Yeah.
at least got 3 a month. back in the day. If they was hitting at 100% back in the day.
They was hitting at 100%, but you can't expect that forever.
I can't expect that forever, but
only LeBron James.
Everybody's getting better. This nigga Schultz is getting better. I mean, he's
younger.
His solo podcast is not, but like,
he's younger.
He's getting better. Overall.
I think he's more. I think we're looking at it. He's an old man that's ready to lead the game, but he kind of still want to play the game.
That's what I'm saying, niggas. You can't
weird.
be doing this double dutch shit. This shit's fucking annoying, bro. It's annoying as shit, dog. Like, god damn, bro.
AJ wants you to figure your life out, nigga.
Figure it out. Pick Harry the fuck up too, dog. Because it's like. Nobody wants to hear you complain and stand on the soapbox.
You.
Bro, why?
I understand though.
Who wants
it's like,
to listen to a nigga complain for an hour and a half?
Nobody.
Like, why are you still
about some shit you contribute to every fucking day?
Nobody.
Yeah.
Period. Some shit that you still do. The shit that made you. Nobody wants to hear that shit.
You can grow past what made you.
Nobody also wants to hear. I also don't want to be. I also want you to get better. I also don't want to see that you have an interview with somebody and know what kind of questions and what kind of answers and conversation I'm going to get. Yeah. Almost everything Charlamagne does, it doesn't matter if it's Brilliant Idiots and Breakfast Club, nigga. We know what questions are coming. We know what conversations. We know it's the same angle, bro. It's the same nigga over and over again. It's rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat.
That's what I was telling you.
There's no growth in that skill set. Like, bro, we joke about the shit all the time. Let's just do 5 Charlamagne questions. Like, we've interviewed questions like, what are his go-to talking points? It's a fucking joke. It's an inside joke at this point that we know what we're walking into.
Yeah, but the more I think about it, you could probably do that with everybody if you listen to them long enough. There's going to be reoccurring themes.
No,
not
with everybody.
I'm not gonna lie. It's easier with him. I'm not denying that at all. It's way easier with him.
The best
but you
interview,
can do that with
radio,
anybody
bro.
you listen to.
The radio got him washed. Like, he has to do that on radio.
I was about to say,
that's what's done it.
Talking about Charlamagne.
The best content that I got from Charlamagne last year in terms of just like, well, this nigga's actually talking and like not just like focused on one fucking point, was the Loon interview that he did. And that was because Loon had so many fucking questions for him. I'm like, they don't get an answer.
And it wasn't nigga net shit.
Yeah.
It was more about broadcasting and like just the game overall in general. He wasn't asking them about who fucked whose bitch.
Yeah, he wasn't. But that's the whole thing, though. Well, Brilliant Idiots in particular. It's like
what?
Brilliant Idiots in particular. It's like you're supposed to take those dumbass stories and just make fun of them anyway. You know what I mean?
You're supposed to if you still got the heart.
Or just talk about whatever
on the last episode, bro. He's like, all right, Taylor, let's see what you got. Let's see if I give a fuck. It's like, why'd you come today? You sub somebody in, my nigga. Like, what the fuck? Like,
is it like an Andre 3000 situation? To where we want something very specific from this nigga.
No, it's how Gilbert Arenas feels about Vince Carter. It's just like, nigga, you had all of this.
Oh, nah.
To where it's just like, you have everything you need, but like, is something wrong? Like, is it just...
He's not attached to his topic.
It's the work ethic. It's obviously not the work ethic. The nigga works.
Yeah, he works a lot.
But it's just the excitement that it comes from actually being on the show.
It's the
like, you're just kind of over, like, his kind of, like, whole, melancholy vibe of, like,
or this nigga, he hates that shit.
Yeah.
He hates it. It's not even like, he's not even nonchalant. He's not, I would actually, I think it wouldn't be as bad. I wouldn't be as mad if he, like, showed up and was, like, lazy through it. He's passionately hating it as he's doing it. I'm like, well,
he might have to go back.
What the fuck? Why do you hate it so much?
He might have to go back to like deciding what he wants to talk about beforehand, because Taylor's deciding all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how like you are putting together so many of these topics, so you're much more connected to them.
Right.
Like on this show, even compared to 3 Oak.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Like,
yeah, for sure.
It's like you've decided already. Like, nigga, this shit is irking me. I got to get this off.
Right.
So once Charlamagne gets to doing that type of shit again, it might be good.
But he's probably closed off that side of his brain to where like the shit
side.
I want to talk about.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes.
He's just looking at sheets of what's going on.
He definitely chooses. He picks and chooses
based on what is being handed to him.
And
you know what I'm saying?
Based on like the easiest thing. You know what I mean?
Like you probably should do that. You're not just going to accept everything or just talk about shit that you don't really
that's a fact. But if you don't give a fuck that much, then now it's time to be a little more hands-on.
Like who's Charlamagne?
I do agree with that.
Who's Charlamagne and what he stands for as in the culture? Like, I mean, I would put it like on Joe's level to where it's like, nigga, you got like a duty. Like, you need to speak on shit.
But that's the thing. He's already served. Joe is still early in his allegiance to the army and shit. Nigga, like,
early, but
not early, but
Charlamagne has already served his.
He's already like Radio Hall of Fame. He gave us decades worth of good broadcasting and all that shit. Like,
So-
is it his duty for it to still be giving the hot takes?
If you still show up to work, yeah,
Is that what you
I get what you're
expect from
saying.
Charlamagne the guy?
I
nigga?
get what you're saying.
That's our job, nigga.
I get what
No,
you're saying.
I'm expecting
I get what you're saying, and
intelligent
I understand
takes.
like the point and the context of which all of this is coming from. But at the end of the day, I would never want to see LeBron just score 10 points. I don't give a fuck. The day it gets that low, just leave, dog.
Yeah.
You're
Go
LeBron.
home, bro.
You're LeBron, my nigga.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but
From a consumer
I feel like
standpoint-
you're not being honest. Like it just with a couple things right now.
Nah,
like, just,
from a consumer standpoint, I agree. I just don't think it's as bad as y'all niggas. I
don't
still
say y'all. It's mainly AJ.
So okay, it's AJ and whatever you believe in it,
But
terrible.
it's just on certain points you're not
I
being
don't
honest.
look for him because I'm not expecting that from that nigga anymore.
What are you expecting?
That's what it is.
You're just expecting niggas to get participate. You're just
At this point in
you're just
time-
happy to see a nigga show up.
At this point in time, I'm just glad to listen to Andrew and Charlamagne talk. I'm one of them niggas that I'm such a Brand Idiots fan. I'm gonna ride it till the wheels fall off.
Bro, I still listen. I'm still listening with
2 years from now, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna think about them niggas. I might
So-
get to that point that you were at.
But wait, I still listen every week, and I can
I
have these
still listen every
conversations and
week.
say the same thing. Like I can still agree
He
with
can't
what
even
they're
see
saying.
it. He
Say
can't even
what?
see it.
Say
I
what?
listen-
What
I
have I
listen-
not agreed to?
You
Exactly,
haven't
think about it.
wholeheartedly agreed. Like,
Because I gotta wholeheartedly
I mean,
agree with you niggas.
well,
Goddamn, nigga.
well, let me
The
put it this
fuck
way.
we talking-
Yeah, nigga,
This is not dogma,
die on the
nigga.
hill, nigga.
This is not
no, no.
dogma.
Die with me, nigga.
It feels less objective and more like there's still a little bias on your
No,
side.
I'm just trying to see it from a different angle because everybody.
Well, no, I feel
complain-
that. I feel
every-
that.
we're-
You're
I'm
right.
observing the same
You're
thing as
right.
you niggas.
You're right.
I just
You're
feel
right.
like there's a different reason for it happening.
That's fair.
That's
fair.
all I've ever said.
That's fair.
But you know, we should.
And I
all
just gave
get
you
the
mine.
same
I just gave you one of
perspective.
my reasons. So like, you know, and I said I just gave you one of my reasons too. So like, I understand.
That's what I'm
you're
saying. I
It's a
agree.
different
I have not disagreed with nothing y'all niggas say.
And
I just don't
nobody's-
think it's
yeah,
as
I'm just fucking
egregious,
with you.
and I think it's a different reason. For some of that
Nobody's going
shit.
as hard as AJ as he said, but we do agree.
Yeah, true.
See, because this is personal.
But it's personal, but don't like it's with you too. It's personal.
How is it personal?
I hear the emotional attachment in your voice. And, like, I don't want to like say it like that.
I can't
but it's
disagree
like,
with the nigga.
but I hear like Charlamagne, like I was 12 years old, like that's the guy. Like no, we're just talking like right now. He's LeBron and he's scoring 10 points, and it's like he needs to do something about it.
And I feel that, but we are not anybody to tell LeBron James to fucking retire.
We dropped
no.
LeBron James can retire when he wants to. We can complain about when he does it.
Well, but
nigga, it's up to
but-
LeBron James when he leaves the
But it's
game,
also
right?
our job to talk shit to him mid game, like nigga, you lost it. You know what I'm saying?
Or at least during halftime,
yeah.
like, look, I know you're tired, you're sweating and shit, but dog, my nigga, we really need to stop right now. We really need to stop. Charlamagne, we
I need
love
you
to stop.
I need you to stop or
He's
get
not
started.
that
wanna make it
bad.
clear.
He's not. Y'all keep saying he's at 10 points per game.
He's
bad.
not as bad as the hypothetical
Nah,
joke.
yeah,
But
Right.
yeah,
but
nah, his
overall,
perspective's different.
like I'm saying, like you're saying, like he's not as bad as he is or as he has
Nigga,
been.
what did you just say?
I heard
did
him.
you
I heard
just?
him. I heard him.
My
I heard
thing
what he
is-
said.
Because I see both perspectives.
Right.
I really don't have a viewpoint because it's like I see where y'all coming from, but at the same time, like when he makes a point and you say some shit, I'm like, Tone, you didn't answer the question because it's like,
What did I not answer?
Because
I hear it too.
Yeah.
I hear it too.
What didn't get answered?
Like,
All right,
for
so
instance,
we'll
like-
say it again.
for instance, when, like specifically, right, with just, and I don't want to make it
We can
broad.
rewind this shit.
I don't want to make it broad, but just overall, there's certain points in times where, like, it's objectively okay to say, yeah, like Charlamagne's some ass right now.
And I didn't say that.
You didn't say
I didn't
that.
say he wasn't as good as he used to be.
Or,
I don't remember that, honestly.
but and that's the thing. That's the
whatever.
weird.
I
That's the
don't
weird
remember.
position Charlamagne is in, right? Like,
Because
it's just like we want him to actually say what's on his mind.
Like,
I would like him to get better with time too.
At no point in
I would
time-
love to hear what you have to say.
Because
Yeah,
it's obviously
and
it's,
don't go around the point. Be keep it as
because you
direct
don't
as
just
possible.
go
Like
from like buying your friend a mold of possibly your ass to like being this PC. Like
is
there's
crazy.
there's an in between there to which like all right, you're blocking off either the real you or the fake you.
There's still a
So,
whole lot of gay humor. That never left.
gay him. I'm just saying as in
it's
terms.
disgusting how
that-
much is
Lot of gay humor.
replaced. It's disgusting how much replaced all
Everything
levels
else.
of
It-
conversation.
it's just the whole aspect of
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
person, like the type of person you need to be.
Nigga,
You
that,
get what I
like-
mean? To smell a seat.
the
Granted,
nigga,
it was Mariah Carey,
the
right?
nigga has a
Or
topic.
some other
The nigga has a
great
topic. He does this every topic.
So
Blah 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 blah. probably half of this is fake anyway. And like I told you last time, man, this is what's gonna happen. Nobody cares about the fucking truth. And then
the lie's more entertaining.
He won't say nothing. And then a gay joke come up, the nigga perks up and we get the energy that we had 10 years ago. It's like, can I get some energy on anything else? Like, I don't want to hear, the only time I get active, you get active and creative is on a gay joke.
But
I'm too old for that shit, nigga. And I'm too old for that shit, bro.
And it's really like, and that's the thing, because a podcast, like what a podcast is, it's kind of changed throughout the years.
For sure.
Because of like, I guess, they kind of did it to themselves of how entertaining they was back then, to where it's like
they were too good.
That's a podcast was never really supposed to be that entertaining overall. Like it's kind of just supposed to be,
the fact that it
like
really
if you go to Joe Rogan's old podcast, that's what a podcast is. It's just like kind of nothing,
bro. I'm
like
not gonna lie. Yeah, like podcasts are.
I know what you mean.
It's supposed to be like NPR.
Talk radio wasn't even this popular as podcasts.
But when you add Charlamagne, who is like a professional at talking, and then Andrew Schultz, who is an upcoming professional
comedian,
it kind of it molds into something different.
Niggas,
which is like
you put this gas on this basic ass
it's
thing.
It's a TV show without the watching. You get what I mean? It's just listening. So I don't know. It's a little weird, but I mean, shit. You shouldn't have never been so great in the past, nigga. Like it's not my fault. I want the best of you, nigga.
And on top of that, and it's like,
and he hasn't been as bad as you making it seem, but he has.
I'm definitely gonna put extra sauce on it.
But he still needs to try. He still needs to try.
I never said he doesn't.
I'm not saying that.
Both of y'all have gone too far in your respective ideals.
I don't think I've gone very far at all.
I get what you're saying.
Because you're
not going too far.
You're saving him too much, and you're going further than he.
Well, I'm coming fresh off the last Brain Eddie's episode, so I'll be taking this weekly from now on. So
he said every week we gonna judge. It's a new grading scale.
Yeah. If you fucking complain and stand on a soapbox next week, I'm coming with the same fucking
Which is
energy.
a fair point. You can't be in the game complaining about like what's going on, especially if you're not trying to actively like make changes to it.
And I agree with that.
Which is a fair point.
Bro, this nigga, and this nigga Charlamagne, bro, he just be doing just a weird shit and got the nerve to fucking complain about the nigga net. Bro, first of all, you subbed this and we lived in the fucking Ask an Idiot question
for a while.
For a fucking month and some change, bro. Then somebody would say something or you fucking alluded to us so many different. I'm really not trying to go into like let me just chill.
Yeah.
But long story short, bro, don't act like you not don't do that, bro. Don't do that.
Do what?
Don't act like this shit bothers you and you not out here actively participating, nigga.
Yeah, like
you know
on
what I'm
some
saying?
like
Actively participating and you're not even at work. Nigga, you watch us at work. Like, let's be very clear. Like, you watch Nigga Net at the Breakfast Club. Everybody see these are the facts. You know what I'm saying? So
and it might be a thing to where it's like he wants everybody in the Nigga Net to kind of like just have that understanding that there's a cap. Maybe that's just, and like you said, he's always trying to like, he's always punching in the same point for some reason, so it can get a little convoluted and redundant, which can make things annoying, which can get you, a little
very annoying.
And on top of that, it's like,
make you hate the podcast.
Yeah, bro, goofy niggas don't understand there's growth that there's a ceiling to Nigga Net.
Yeah.
Duh. Have you seen what the fuck? We've never moved like goofy niggas ever. We've never moved like unintelligent niggas. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't think that was
alluding.
Nah, you did some shit. You did some goofy shit where you try to like, don't do that, nigga. Like, you see what the fuck we've been doing, bro. You know it's not. You know we haven't glass ceilinged ourselves, don't you? You know. I ain't gonna, but you know what I'm saying? Like, throwing advice.
Like, if we're alluding to Charlamagne throwing sneak disses at us,
I openly throw mine.
That's fair.
I don't allude to shit.
Well, if you're mad at him hiding his hand, and you're just responding with this, like, nigga, you still see me with the motion of me throwing the shit, then that's cool.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Don't ask nobody about me, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You reach out directly. That's just how I feel, bro.
This is personal.
Yeah, bro. Don't ask
personal.
nobody about me, bro. You reach out to me
personal
directly.
on both sides, which is it's good. It's supposed to be, but y'all are both right in your own crazy way, and that's just a tricky position of Charlamagne. Like he needs to really just choose like whatever he wants.
That's all I've been saying is that we agree. We just looking at it differently.
Yeah.
It's just a different perspective
Yeah.
about why. But
You know, I ain't never really agreeing,
Yeah,
but
he's still he's always gonna be goated. He just has to. The Brilliant Idiots, he can't come at it half-ass. He's half-assing, bro.
I don't want to have fun documenting his shitty exit though, but I will if I need to. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
I want to
that's-
have
that's-
fun
that's
listening
where
to the
I'm at.
pod, and it's. I still have laughs.
I want to have fun. Yeah.
I still have laughs, but I do.
you're going
I can
to.
say
It's a comedian
yeah,
and a
I
radio
can say
host.
that I'm gonna have
a
laughs.
Hall of Fame radio host.
and potentially a Hall of Fame comedian, depending on how what he
selling out
does.
Madison
Yeah,
Square Garden.
You know
yeah,
what
for
I'm
sure.
saying?
Yeah, for sure.
But
I should be having a great time over here.
I don't. It's weird to know that today Schultz is the one driving my excitement on the show, when Charlamagne always drove that for me.
God damn. Bro.
yeah, like imagine.
That's weird.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
I get what you're
and
saying.
I
Yeah.
agree with that wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
apparently, I'm
Yeah.
not fair about this nigga.
Just sometimes,
Oh man.
I'm as unfair as AJ,
which is fair.
which is bad. That makes it
Which is
fair.
fair.
Yeah, that makes it fair.
I'll
feel
be
like-
the middle ground. It's
You
fine.
I
got
feel like
balance,
I feel like I've been very fair. I feel like I've slightly turned the heat up over 6 months.
It was like over the last 20 minutes.
I was gonna say over the last
I think that
five.
shit, like that was the hottest it's ever been.
I know if you're looking at the thing
Bro,
over there,
it's
but
just it's just certain shit I really don't like that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Not
that's
even
just
cold
that's just
anymore.
on some man shit. You know what I'm saying? This
Yeah.
is outside of everything, bro.
Yeah.
That's just some man shit. I don't respect that at all.
Yeah,
So-
yeah.
Yeah,
Ah,
man.
well.
All right, well, moment of silence.
Cat
you know,
fight.
Shout out
that
to
shit
you,
was
nigga.
deep. How long was that segment, Lauren?
I'm gonna get at a good 35.
It was about-
Good
Yeah.
God, well, you
Yeah,
gonna
it's
have a
fine.
wonderful episode to watch at the Breakfast Club tomorrow.
Oh
Whenever this
man,
shit
yeah.
drop, nigga.
Welcome to the nigga net, man.
Hell yeah.
Welcome to the nigga net. As you transition
Yeah.
over into your new era of broadcasting, nigga, we will continue to keep you in the nigga net. Be careful. We're not the only ones out here trying to attack you. That white boy is out here. Okay, he caught 40 on you
He's
too.
hunting.
Well, we're not trying
He's
to.
hunting.
Well,
Not you, the other white boy.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Oh no, not our white man. The white man on YouTube who's got way bigger reach than we do. We are not an issue.
Way
yet.
more important
Yeah,
white
yeah.
man than us.
Yeah.
Well, you
And
said
is
trying
he
to attack
attacking? 'Cause we're critiquing.
That's what I
I'm
said. You said
critiquing.
trying to attack. It says I'm not trying to attack.
We
you,
did
nigga.
start it. That has to be stated. We started all
what?
of this.
Started what?
Talking about him.
Yeah, but it's not an attack.
It's
Is it
not an attack, though. Yeah,
Never
that's what I'm
attack.
saying.
That's what
Oh
I'm
yeah, no,
not attack.
But the
And,
white man, I was asking, like the white man, he's attacking him, like
Yeah.
nigga, that shit.
That's
like
an
talking about Charlemagne's, like
It was about Charlemagne's and
His
Post
dirt.
Malone's history,
oh,
and it makes
It was
Charlamagne,
real specific,
It,
yeah.
it makes Charlamagne look crazy.
oh, really?
Yeah, it looks bad, and it's probably got 1 million views now.
At least it's not like
It's up.
the worst part of Charlemagne's history, probably.
And overall,
No,
I
but
don't-
the way I didn't think it was that bad either.
Yeah.
But when you watch the video, I'm like, damn, why does it seem way more evil now that I'm older?
probably good editing and all that.
No,
shit.
all that played
Yeah,
into it. Like, and
the
I know,
ominous music.
and I know all
Fade
that
to
played
black.
into it. But having it next to each other, I was like, damn, this is kind of a crazy hit
Yeah,
piece.
it's
I,
insane.
I wasn't expecting that. Like, of all the
You thought it was gonna be like
of all the Charlamagne issues with this person, that was the last one that I thought was gonna come. In the angle, I said, damn, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
this nigga does look terrible in front of this situation. You know what I'm saying?
Whoa.
Yeah, but crazy, man.
And it's
Yeah.
not the worst thing overall, just in closing, to advise niggas to not get caught up in the nigga net. Because truthfully, you don't know what niggas is thinking about or what we planning on strategic and all that shit.
From that
it was-
perspective.
It
Oh,
was
yeah,
some
yeah,
shit
yeah.
that we was already thinking. But if
Yeah.
I'm an OG in the game
He's
and I
trying to
see
give-
some young niggas coming up and like, that's a trap I fell into,
No.
I would say the same thing.
Talking about like an umbrella statement.
We
Is that
got-
what you're trying to
Yeah,
say?
umbrella statement, yeah.
Yeah, like he was just. That's the thing. It's shout out Charlamagne, man. We gonna meet him, man. It's
Yeah, that's specifically that episode only.
That episode, oh, yeah.
Yeah, not in life. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, man.
Whew, let's get over to some good
This
shit,
is
man.
deep, nigga.
About to say y'all niggas love Charlamagne.
Nah, well,
Y'all love Charlamagne just as much. The
Yeah.
same
Yeah.
amount.
No,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
No, we literally do.
that's
yeah.
why it's fun.
That's what we literally do. Yeah, it's just.
It's on some Magneto Professor X shit,
It's-
nigga.
it is,
It's
bro.
we
It
just-
is,
We
it is.
looking at the same thing. It's just different perspective about that
Yeah.
shit. So
Yeah.
makes good content, niggas.
Yeah.
Points of views.
Yeah. Oh, let's see. All right, let me hit this again.
Oh damn!